I am kind of a little disappointed in this episode, episode 9 of the strongest got banished for the group. One thing I would say is that it's basically episode 9. I didn't think that episode 9 would just be just such an impact and such an impact based on the fighting. The fighting looks really good, but then it got down to something more controversial. It was meaning of something. It was meaning of something that we have not even seen before. That we have not even seen before in any other kind of anime. I never seen this kind of stuff really, basically to happen. The first thing I'm going to talk about is basically the goblins. Basically, the goblins, basically in this anime, it goes through all over, like MMORPG games and stuff like that, especially World of Warcraft, which there are goblins, or anything like that. I don't think that these goblins in this anime, they are very, very creepy. They are, I mean, they really are. And just the way that they are, they're just ways that they form a group to attack all that once at all. And it's something which brings issue number two, is basically that you see this orc goblin. I guess it's one of the stronger ones or something like that. And the thing about them, they even know the English language. And I'm kind of like wondering, like, how do they know the language? How do they know? Because there got to be someone that must be controlling the goblins to order to listen or basically and speak that different kind of language. Because usually goblins don't speak that kind of language really all that much, because they really don't, because they're just basically a lot more different than when it comes to an MMORPG. Now, take us for instance of the Horde. The Horde has the Taurens, the Orcs, the Undead, Blood Elves. You also got the Goblins also too, and some of the others also as well too. And now let me just say this also, based on the Goblins, basically in my own view, even though basically what it's anime is that you don't see goblins be really all that greedy, really that much when it comes to anime. But I kind of feel like it's kind of portraying the whole time, that portraying the system of basically what goblins really actually basically are. Because when it comes to the game, going into the Horde, goblins also love to fix things. They love to tinker with things. That's what they're good at. That's what they're really good at. They're pretty smart at basically doing it. They love to make loads of money, and they get paid for money also too, because they basically do. And sometimes the goblins can be kind of stingy and kind of greedy and stuff like that, and say, they say, this is not the amount you should give me. I want this amount much more, and basically stuff like that. I do like goblins. But it's just that in an anime like this, it's just, I feel it's kind of a betrayal to me, in my own opinion, when it comes to World of Warcraft, basically in the Horde, that you have the goblins basically out there. So I kind of would favor them the most than when it comes to the anime. I don't mean no disrespect or anything like that, but it does has its merits and stuff, and it does have really a lot of things that can really basically just talk about. So I want people just to really to understand is basically that I don't expect this anime to be perfect. Okay, I don't expect this really basis to be perfect, but I find it's impossible to really portray of the goblins because the way they are back in gaming and stuff like that as World of Warcraft, because there's just no way in the world they can learn other different languages, especially when it comes to Stormwind, which is basically called the Alliance, which is basically the Alliance. The Alliance is they're pretty much, I guess you would say, probably know what's going on and stuff like that, because even though, and I want to say this also too, because orcs and basically on the Horde, they may not understand English language really well. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they really don't, because they're pretty much they're just different than the opposites that we have seen, because they learn so much of different languages. But the question is anime, how did they learn that language in the first place? That's what I'm just kind of curious about. But it also leads to the end of the end of the video, is that there is a elf, which is a guy who's he's way older than I expected, but of any other anime I've seen for quite some time. And just like I'm kind of wondering if this guy was like hiding or something like that. That maybe they were hiding this guy or just saving him for the last events of the ending of the episodes. That could be a good thing, but I don't see it really based it that way, because I think they're just really trying to save the best for last. But the question is, could he be responsible for the goblins really actually coming out. Could that be very possible? We just really do not even know. But here's a mystery also as well too. This is something that really gets me also well too. And one thing I find kind of odd with the situation because Nasher that that basically the guildmaster I would say that he requested her to go along with the MC and also with his master also well too. And basically the questions I'm really kind of curious about, what do they want for her? What do they really actually want for her? Could it be possible because of the prophecy or something like that, like the Stigma Princess, just basically just put the dragon to sleep? Could there be a very good possibility we could see a real massive dragon in the next upcoming episode? I just really don't know. I just really don't know if that's really basically going to be of the fruition where it's basically what's going to happen. And I still don't like the fact is that generalization of a different race that has different hair colors or anything like that, saying like they're going to be the chosen ones because they basically give the world a peace. I don't see that really basically happen. I just don't see basically all of that. I just don't think that's not going to be the possibility if that's going to happen or maybe or not. I just don't like the fact that Nasha-san is basically just basically like, yeah, she has the blue hair, but she's part of one of the goddesses. If that was basically to be true, that she was personally one of the goddesses, that could be. But here's also another thing to talk about as well too. And I think it's early in the episode, maybe or maybe not. But if you look closely at based on the episode, you can see the carriage was still there. That has me kind of wondering because what's not shown is when she looks at the carriage, the carriage that she was in when she was little, when she has blonde hair, and now she has blue hair, and then like, wow, why was that there in the first place? I don't even know. I don't even understand. Why was that there in the first place? I thought they went basically to see that scene in the first place. That kind of really shocked me by surprise. And I was just going like, wow. I was just going like, wow, I can't believe they really did that. And I was just like, what was the purpose for them to basically do that? It's just something I'm not gonna say it strikes a nerve to me, but it just kind of get me wondering like what was the reason for that? Because even if that should have been removed a long time ago, but why is it there in the first place? Maybe someone must have put it there to make a reminder or something like that. I do believe now that's just it's going to become. I think that she's going to become basically of something we have not seen before. And basically one thing I want to personally want to say is that it could be possible. It could be very possible. What can we see from ins and out based off this anime? But I'm still curious about the elf guy. I don't know if the elf guy is there anymore. Are his people? Are they still living? Are they dead or something like that? I really do not know. Could it be the goblins that must have eliminated the elves? Because usually elves are pretty much are very strong, very strong. When it comes to Lord of the Rings, they pretty much basically control the balance of basic light and stuff like that and stuff. But they don't tolerate of lack of disrespect, which means that they take that very seriously. Because if you were to disrespect any of the elves, they're probably going to banish you and they're probably going to kill you right on the spot because they don't put up with that kind of stuff. Because the reason why they don't put up with that kind of stuff is mainly because it's just something. It's just basically to me is that they should not be doing that. I think elves, in my own generalization, based on the way I see elves really actually are, they are considered as nice people. But when you make insults to the elves, you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. That's something you shouldn't do. And especially with other different races also too, they may not basically get along with each other when it comes to different races. Sometimes that happens basically in seriously when it comes to MMORPG games and also basically movies also as well too. And sometimes it does happen, but sometimes it really doesn't happen. So yeah, that's it for this hit review. I think I said enough. But yeah, anyways, this is I'll see you guys there. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button, give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down, and please leave a comment below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. I love you guys. Please safe. Everyone stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care.